Christian. I come from Copenhagen, Denmark, where I've been doing jiu-jitsu for... I've been rolling at least for like 11 years, or maybe 12. It took me a few years before I found out that what I was doing was actually Brazilian jiu-jitsu, but I run a gym in Copenhagen, and we never really had instructors, so traveling to train and learn has been a natural thing for us. And right now I'm at the end of like the ultimate jiu-jitsu trip, which has been around the world for 4.5 months. Currently in Brazil, which is like the last destination, and it's been quite a ride, pretty wild so far. Alright, basically, as I said, like I've been traveling to train basically my entire career, so I've built up a pretty big network around the world, and last year I was trying to figure out where to go. And I had like 5 destinations I really wanted to go to, like around, basically all around the world, like places I haven't been before. I hadn't been to Brazil for training before, which was kind of stupid. And I really wanted to go to Japan, and there's lots of places I wanted to go. And looking at a map, like a world map, it was kind of obvious to me that I could just go around the world. I mean, do all of it in once. So I thought that was a very obvious idea, and that's how I came up with the idea. And originally I had like five destinations I wanted to go for 5 months, and but when I thought about it, I thought, well, if I'm going around the world, I might as well go just anywhere and go everywhere I want to. So I made a blog, BJJ Globetrotter.com, where I just wrote anyone who wants to invite me anywhere in the world, basically, no limits, no matter how big or small the gym is. If you just want white belt, I'll see if I can come by. And as for now, I have more than 250 invitations to basically all over the world. So this is the last destination I've been to. This is gym number 56 on the trip, so I've been to quite a lot of places. Well, everybody asks me on the trip, this is the question I get the most: what is your favorite place you've been to? And honestly, I think I don't have a favorite place. I think every place has been very, very interesting in its own way. I couldn't possibly point one place out and say that was my favorite. I would say that training-wise, it's also how you define it. Should it be the one with the highest level, or the one where I had most fun, the one that I found most interesting? Then if it's most interesting, I would say it would be training with some kids in the middle of nowhere in Moldova, or going to train with a social project in the favelas. I think that's much more interesting than training with 20 black belts or something who just basically killed me on the mat. So that's a very difficult question. What's my favorite place to train? I think every place has been very, very interesting, and to me it's more about meeting the people there, and white belts are real people too. You know, it's like they can be your friend too, and it's not all about the best training, I think. So the best place to go that's impossible for me to say. Yeah, one of the things I wanted to do on the trip was, like, it's kind of a pilgrimage thing, was to compete at the World Championships, and I managed to do that, even though it was a gigantic detour on my road. Like, I was all the way down the Caribbean and basically really wanted to make my way to South America, but I had to do it to go to LA to do it, because I would probably not do it again in a long time. And it was a good experience. I mean, I'm definitely not a good competitor. I fucking suck at competition, basically. I always lose. But I do it I think it's a good thing to do to at least inspire the people I train with, especially my young kids team. And the Worlds was a good experience. And I actually managed to win a match, which was kind of good. My preparations taken into consideration, I think I had the best preparations of all the competitors at the World Championships, because they probably worked their ass off in the gym for like 3 or 4 months, did cardio and conditioning, and like was sparring really hard, and basically my preparations was I was on a boat, I was drinking rum and coke, I was on beaches, I was traveling, I was training all these super awesome places, and I still was actually in the top 75% of the competitors, so I think that was pretty good. I had the best preparations ever, and I didn't win anything, which I didn't really expect anyway. So, but it was a very good experience to go there. First of all, the secret to doing something like this is to just do it. There's no real, I mean, the most difficult part is to actually get out of the door, to make the decision to do it. And from there, it's ridiculously easy. I was so surprised when I started traveling how easy it was, and how easy I could make the connections and find places to stay and places to go. I mean, before I left, I mean, 99% of the people I've been visiting or training with or meeting along the way I didn't know them before. I had no idea. So I'd say that just traveling, finding places to go, places to sleep, people to help me out has been the easiest thing ever. I mean, that's been absolutely no problem. The difficult part is to make the decision and to actually leave. And so I think, but it's all just fear. If the world is always a very dangerous place if you just stay at home on your couch and watch it on TV. Then you're like, oh, traveling in Eastern Europe or South America is going to get me killed, and I'm going to get robbed and raped and abducted. But as soon as you go there, you find out that there's absolutely nothing to be afraid of. And so the secret is basically courage. You just gotta do it, and as soon as you go, you find out that it's absolutely no problem. It's super easy. So this has been the easiest trip of my life, basically. And I've just basically had too many places to go, too many people to visit, and so many people that I didn't have time to meet, and so many places I didn't have time to go, and I feel so bad that because I had so many invitations that I had to say no to, and which I would love to just keep going for years and years, but that wouldn't really be possible. I have stuff to come home to, and financially there's kind of a limit too, unfortunately.